All right, good morning, everyone. So today we're going to do our pet's name in 2 point perspective. I'm sorry, 1 point perspective. And the name I'm going to use is one of our para instructors in one of my classes, where our para instructor, Miss Mosier, has a pet parakeet. She has a little bird, and a lot of times it likes to perch on her glasses. So sometimes while we're teaching the class and we're going through everything, her parakeet Hank is sitting right here up on her glasses. And so I want to, in honor of her, I want to uh, create the Hank Memorial. Okay, so remember, whenever we're doing um, letters in 1 point perspective, we have to start with the line, the horizon line, and we'll put that horizon line up top. So the letters are going to be below the horizon line, and we'll say our vanishing point is right here in the middle. And just so we know that that's a vanishing point, I'll change the color and the letters. And I'm going to call it VP for vanishing point. I'm not asking you to do this on yours. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it to make sure it's very obvious what my vanishing point is. All right. So we're going to draw the letters down here. And the way we have to do it, we start with the front face of the letters. All right. So let's start with, we're going to use the box method, which means for each letter, it's going to fit within a box. And each letter has the same size box. All right. So, like a capital I still fits in the same box that a capital W would fit in. Okay. And so let's go. Here's the side of our drawing. And then I'll make two perpendicular lines. And then the other side of my letters, that's close enough. It's going to be right there. Okay, so now we need to break this. This Hank is going to fit in this little format here. Let's mark this intersection down here first. And so we need to break this up into 4 separate letters. So 4 separate boxes. All right. So I'll put my first one, and I'm just when it's an even number, it's kind of nice because I can break things in 2. All right, and then break things in 2 again. All right. So that looks like it's a midpoint between C and E. And that looks like it's a midpoint between C and G. And then G and E, the midpoint looks like it's right about there. Okay, so then I'll pick parallel lines that go through here. Parallel lines and parallel lines. Okay, so here are my 4 boxes. So H will be here, A will be here, N and K. All right, so I need to pick how wide this is going to be. There's my H. Okay. And so let's use the parallel line tool to mark the parallel lines. This is just like any of the other assignments that we've had, where all we're doing is trying to mark all the points so that we can then go through making all the line segments. All right. So it looks like I made this leg too skinny, so I'll move this point. Okay. That's the thing I love about GeoGebra. Everything's very dynamic, and I can move and adjust things as need be. So we want to mark the intersections down here. Let me mark these intersections while I'm at it. Okay. And then we'll talk about the crossbar here. Okay, and then draw a parallel line through it. And mark that other point for the bottom part of the H. Okay. And I'll mark my intersections. Oh. There it is. And there it is. Okay. So there's my H. This will be my A. And I'm going to draw an A like these legs going up are diagonal. And then I'll have the crossbar in the middle. So that it doesn't get in the way, let's hide these lines right here. Let's do this. We'll set up points here in the middle. And these points are the top of my A. So then I think I'm gonna do this with lines so that I can redo it later. And then line going down this way. Oh, no, not that one. Oops, sorry. line coming down here, and a parallel line coming down here. Oh. There we go. Okay, so I'll mark those intersections. Okay. Now it's not exactly in the center, so let me move those points so that it looks a little bit better for us. Okay. That looks pretty good. And then we'll draw points for the side beam. Okay. Bottom part. Okay. So I think I have all my points done for the A, which means I can hide all those lines. I think it's a good idea to hide the lines as you go, just because it'll keep things out of the way when you're making your other lines, and especially for us when we're done with making the front faces, the what's it called, the vanishing point lines, the vanishing lines are going to get in the way of everything, and so we don't want the extra lines there dirtying everything up and screwing us up, and therefore, in the end, messing up our picture. We don't want that to happen. So let's go like this. So this is going to be the N. So I'll make my first leg go right here. Mark this intersection. And then do a line. And then a parallel line. And then mark that intersection. And then a parallel line. And mark our last intersection. And I'll mark these intersections. Okay, so there's our N. I can hide these lines. One more. Okay. So our last letter will go right here. This will be a capital K. So I'm going to make it right here. Draw a parallel line. And intersection. And okay. I want the letter to come down. And I want it to hit right about here. So then I want to make a point that's marking our width. And then we'll do a parallel line. Comes down like so. And so I need to mark these intersections. Okay, and so then for the K, for the rest of the K, I want to come down in this direction. Okay. All right, so the other part of this will be a parallel line. Okay. So I think I have that all done. Let's mark these intersections and we'll see how the final picture comes out.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Okay, so let me look at a couple capital K's to see what capital K looks like. Okay. Here you go. This is what I'm looking for. Something like this, where we have the K coming down, and then this leg comes off that down angle. Okay. So I'll have this come down, and then this part comes off. So basically, I made the same thing. Okay. So now I can hide all of my lines. Okay, so I think I have it all here. Let's hide our other lines,
minus
top and bottom. Okay, so the first part is to draw the front face, draw the line segments of the front face. So let me do that. Okay, there's our N, and this will be our K. Okay, so we've drawn Hank out at this point. Now we have to draw the depth lines. Okay, and the way we start with the depth lines is every corner of each letter will go up to our vanishing point. All right, those will be our vanishing lines. So all of these corners or all these points I will take up to the vanishing line, a vanishing point. Start with the top, and then the points in the middle, and then the points at the bottom. So they're all going to go up to the vanishing point. Okay. Next, we'll do, let's go top points, bottom points, and then if we need them, we'll do the points in the middle. Okay. So this one right here won't show, but this one here, L, will show. This one won't show, this one won't show, but this one, let's see if it will. You know what? That one just works out where it won't show. W won't show, O won't show. Actually, will it? Here's an interesting thing. If we move our vanishing point, we can kind of see where these lines will show or won't show. So let's move it just a little bit, just so that O will show. And maybe N will show too. So let's try drawing that one. Yeah, that one won't show. All right, so still segments. You know what? This one won't show. How about this side? No, that won't show either. All right, let's do it. Okay, now let's check and see if any of the points from the middle of these letters will show. That one will. No, no, no. Okay. Here, this letter won't show, or this point won't show. And this point will show. Okay, so now we need to, we'll set the spot where our, set the depth of these letters, all right? They're not going to be letters that go on and on forever. These letters, they're only going to have a certain thickness or a certain depth to them, okay? And it's not going to be for super huge. I mean, they're going to be relatively, I wouldn't say call them skinny, but still. We're not going to make them go on forever. So let's pick a spot like here. Okay. Now, all of these letters, think of this like a thing of cake coming out. We're going to slice this at this point, T1. We're going to like take a knife and cut straight down and cut these off right at that point. All right, so let's make a parallel line that will be parallel to the top, but it'll go through T1. And so I'll have to mark all the intersections of all these letters and see where they all stop. Okay. Let's zoom back out here. Okay, so that's the depth of our design. Okay, let's hide that line. And then we have to draw the back walls of each of these. And so let's do that. For the back wall of this H, this part is going to come straight down. So I need to use my parallel line tool and make a parallel line that will go through U1. Now we can see we kind of made this almost too thick. So I'll thin this out so that it's not quite as thick, and it moves those points a little bit closer, okay? And the good news about that is I can see where this intersection is for this bottom part, so I know that's not going to affect us. And we can make these intersections okay. So there's H, and parallel line. Here is my H is done. All right, let's hide those parallel lines. Okay. And we'll do the A. All right. Now, we know that none of these lines show, but you know what? I want to make this so that these do show. So let's do this. Let's move our vanishing point, and we'll move it over here to the right. So that way it is directly over the K, but it will, a lot of these letters will show more, and that's a good thing for us, okay? Let's see here. If I move it back, I can see if I want this gone. Okay, so let's move our vanishing point so that it is directly over the K, or actually a little bit to the right of the K. And we're going to have to draw some more vanishing lines here. So we'll do that. All right, so the H is good. For the A, Put those in place. And for the K, okay. So we figured out the A. Oh, I'm sorry, the H. We're on the A. So we need to mark these intersections because these inner lines, they'll go through here. And it looks like this line from Z just attaches to E. All right. And then let's mark this intersection. And then we'll have to mark this intersection. Right. And then we'll have to figure out the backside of this part of the K. So let's do a parallel line that goes down off of point F2. And we'll have to mark that intersection right there. Okay. And so where does F end? And we'll say parallel line. Okay, so parallel line, that's parallel to this line, but it goes through point H2. And then we'll mark that intersection. And that's where point F will end. All right, so it looks like I've marked all my intersections. So let's hide all of my construction lines, and then we can draw the depth lines. All right. I'm going to hide every line. That goes back like this. All right. Okay, so I think I have all those. All right, so let's draw our depth lines. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I forgot to mark that intersection. So I need to show this. I need to show this. And then I need to mark those two intersections. So they will end right here and right here. So then I can hide those lines. Okay. And then we have that. I think I missed a couple hidden lines. So we need to keep that line up and keep this parallel, go W, and keep this line up. All right. So now I can mark these intersections. Okay. And then now I can hide those lines. All right. So go to our segments. Okay. All right, so this will have to come up at that angle and through here. So I have another intersection to spot out or point out. Okay. And so it looks like I have made my Hank letters. Okay. Now, again, this is meant to be a pet's name. So you can choose either a pet that you've had in the past or a pet that you currently have, or if you've never had a dog of your own, maybe a name that you always thought would make a cool name for a dog. Like I've never had a dog myself. We've always had like a family dog. But if I were to have my own dog, I think it'd be cool to have Oscar, or I know people that have dogs named Myrtle, or Lord knows whatever. All right, any name that you want to come up with, um, we can do that. All right. A good one for you to do is one where you have 4 letters or less. All right, 4, 5, 6. That's okay. If it's like 10 letters, holy cow, that's going to be a lot of letters. All right, so try and pick something that's relatively small amount of letters, and so it's going to be relatively easy for you to make those letters, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I want to I'll color this, and what I'll do is I'll color the front faces of these letters and then shade everything going back. Okay, and then I think it'll look rather nice if this is a polygon colored item, and so realistically, all you have to do is hide the labels. Okay, if you hide the labels, you'll get full credit. All right, what I'm going to do is I will hide the points once I've colored everything so that it looks real nice, and I can give this off to Miss Mosier, and hopefully she enjoys it. Okay, hopefully she doesn't crinkle it up and throw it in my face and say, "Oh, it's horrible." But anyways, I'm sure she won't do. Okay, so I just saw a couple different areas where I have to make alternate points. Okay. There's that. There's that. All right. Hide them.
It's 12 o'clock.
Okay. Oop. No, it's not that one. There it is. Okay, we're going to go C2 to U2. Okay, there you go. That'll look nice. All right. So if I want to color this, then I'm going to use my polygon tool, and I will color these letters Okay. Let me think. Okay. Polygon. Let's go from around here. Okay. All right. And so we'll make this letter. And then we'll make the K. All right. So now Hank is a parakeet that is blue, yellow, and white. And so I think the way I'll do this is I will make this, let's see. Give me 1 sec. All right. So I'm back. Okay. So we'll say all of the front parts. Um, we'll say all the front parts are I'll make them yellow, solid yellow, and then all of the depth marks, all those walls will be I'll color those blue. All right. So let's see how this will come out. Make it solid yellow. Okay. And then all of the depth walls will be yellow. Oh, I'm sorry, blue. So start with the ones on top. Okay. These will be blue. And then my side walls, I'm going to have to make those blue as well. I think there's a little bit of gray or black in there too. So, okay, let's make these. I'll make the sidewalls all blue and I'll make the tops all gray. All right. So let's make these all gray. And we'll go up to, we'll do 50. There it is. Okay. 50 gray. Okay. So again, this is your choice of colors, your choice of shades. Okay. But I want you to color and shade each part of this. Now this N and K, I don't really like how that looks. So what I'll do is I'll put a segment in between this and I'll make sure this stays black so that we can see that definition between the N and the K, where the N stops and the K begins. we'll make sure we have that defined. And so this thing is defined. All right, so we're good there. All right, so now let's shade the side walls. And these are all going to be blue. Okay. All right. This wall. And this wall. And our last wall here. Okay. So everything is shaded blue on this side. Except for under the A here. But now that is shaded. Okay, and so for my final thing, I'm going to hide my points and make it look all nice for Miss Mosier here. Okay. You know what I realized? One of my walls I forgot to color. Let's keep those points up. And we'll use our polygon tool again. Okay, now we can hide those points. Okay. We'll hide all these points. All right, so I think those are all done. So we have a nice looking picture. And I think it looks very nice. All right. And so we'll finish this up by signing it. And saving it. Signing it and saving it. And we'll call this pet's name. All right. And there's my share link. Okay. Enjoy this. Have fun with it. And have fun making your pet's name. All right. Bye bye. Have a nice day.